Hi, this is Pete, and welcome to another episode of Walking with a Coach. Now, today we're not going to be walking. Today we're going to be enjoying a lovely cup of rooibos at the port of Alicante, as you can see. This is practically my office. I'm in between sessions, so walking today is something I'll do to relax and not necessarily to do a video. So I had an interesting situation this morning. Well, actually, just a few hours ago, and that was that one of my clients, when talking about her husband, said, "I don't understand him. He doesn't listen to me." Now, that statement is very interesting in itself. So, what I'd like to talk to you about today is feedback within a conversation. You see, it's important to make yourself be understood, but the most important thing is to set out to understand. You see, if you set yourself up for understanding, to understand other people, then you're going to set yourself up for success within that conversation. Now, how many times have you actually spoken to people and all of a sudden said something that you knew exactly what you meant, but was completely misunderstood? What were the consequences of that? I want you to think about it for a little while, because the consequences of these things can be quite disastrous, especially for relationships and businesses. So, the important thing here is when you talk to somebody, you need to ask for feedback. You need to say things like, if you don't understand what they're saying, ask things like, "Could you explain this to me again?" Or, one of the ones I use the most is, "Could you say that but using different words?" Or, "Could you explain that differently?" Or simply, "I didn't understand. What do you mean by this?" And my personal favorite is, "Can you explain it to me like I'm a 4-year-old?" Now, it's important for me to understand what people are saying, especially with what I do for a living. But it's also important in my personal life, with my relationship, with my parents, with my girlfriend, with my sister, with my friends. It's very important for me to understand what they're saying. Then I can understand how to communicate with them easier. You see, the important thing here is strive to understand, not to make yourself heard or be understood. We rarely listen to people. I mean, really carefully listen. So if you learn how to do that, you will be misunderstood less and less and less every time. But we are talking about strength. We are in a series of strength right now. And how does this make you strong? When you set yourself out to understand people, you will realize that you pause a lot more. You stop to think a lot more. So therefore you do not react, and that makes you strong. But that also makes for great communication. You can synergize with that. It's a win-win. So I hope you enjoyed today's talk, and please remember to subscribe to our YouTube video and to watch the next one that we recommend for you. Well, have an amazing day, and we'll talk to you real soon. Peace.